Let me guess. You are tired of watching videos all over the internet claiming that you can make $100,000 per month with a remote cleaning business. Am I right? Well, I am too, because excuse my language, it's mostly horse. Because I've been in this industry over a decade plus as an owner. I've grown my own cleaning business to 7 figures per year, but it wasn't remote. And it wasn't easy, and it took a few years. That's the truth. And if you've got a normal life with a real job and you're looking to build something stable on the side that actually gives you options down the road, then this video is for you. Because in this video, I'm not giving you tips and tricks and hacks. I'm gonna walk you through the 4 stages a cleaning business goes through when it's built the right way. So you can see how someone brand new comes into this, what happens at each stage, and why most people mess this whole thing up by trying to skip steps. By the end of this video, you're gonna be very clear on the following: what realistic income looks like, especially in the early stages, what actually creates momentum versus just more of a headache, and last but not least, where this goes from some extra work on the side into a real asset. So let me walk you through it. My name is Mike Mack, if you're new around here, founder of AutomatedCleaningBusiness.com. And we're not wasting any time. We're gonna start this off with stage number 1. I call this the foundation stage. See, this stage, I want you to think about it like you just bought land and you are gonna build your dream house, a big, beautiful house you're gonna build on this land, right? But before we start building that house, before we start picking out the trims and everything else in that house, what color the walls are gonna be, etc., we have to start with the foundation, pouring of the concrete. This is that stage for a cleaning business owner. A lot of people out there falsely think, yeah, go get some bags and some rags. I'll start passing out some business cards. But that's just not it. Why is that? This stage is so important because people don't know you. They don't know your business, and they don't care about you or your business. And the other thing is everyone else looks the same. So if they don't really care about us and our business all that much, and we all look the same, well, how do we set ourselves apart? Huh? How do we get these offices to pick us? Wouldn't that be nice? To be a complete beginner and you put your proposal on the counter and they say, you know what, let's go with this company. Why? Because I trust them. I like them. They're speaking our language. This is going to be our team. See, when you nail this step, it's going to dictate just how fast you grow. Because if you are out there looking like everyone else in the field, if you look like all the other competition, and guess what? You're not going to be able to separate yourself. To use a football analogy, if you're a wide receiver and you get no separation, are you going to catch many balls that year? No, the answer is of course not. The same thing is true with your brand. All right, stage number 2. This is the momentum stage. This is super important. This stage is all about going from 0 to 10K. So in stage 1, we've poured our concrete. Now we want to get this thing built as fast as possible. We want the frame of it. Why this is the most important stage is because people often start a business and they get really gung-ho about it, and then they'll lose momentum. They'll usually lose momentum for a number of reasons, but in reality, it all comes down to, are they growing? Because when you can get money coming in the door, when you can have a business that's actually giving you money instead of you giving it money, things start to change. You start to feel very confident. You start to develop this belief that, wow, I could do this. I could build this thing. I can take this thing somewhere. That is powerful, my friends. And what I've noticed over time of coaching over 700 people over the last few years, that right there is the magic. Because people who get to $10,000 per month, it's not necessarily life-changing in terms of like your finances. It becomes life-changing in terms of your mindset, because you're just like, let's go, we're cooking here. Like, we got something good. We're very profitable. We're not doing any cleaning. I can see how this works. I can see how to replicate this. And just so you know, when you're working with office contracts, especially high ticket, we're talking 2, at most 3. I mean, I have clients that one client, meaning one of their offices, is paying over $10,000 per month. I have several clients like that. So I'm just trying to give you this idea, just 1, 2, possibly 3 contracts, and you're there. You're in that momentum stage. You're in a stage of just hyper belief. And when you're there, oh, you are so very dangerous. Okay, stage 3 and stage 4, you cannot miss these stages. But before we jump into those, if you haven't, hit that like button if you're getting value from this. Also, leave a comment. Let me know where in the journey you are. I will respond to you. Okay, stage number 3, I call this the freedom stage. This is the stage where your company is doing from $10,000 to $25,000 per month. Now, why do I call this the freedom stage? If this is the freedom stage, what is stage 4? Is that something you're thinking about? I know, trust me, I really thought this thing through. In my experience, the reason why this is the freedom stage is because this, once you get this machine up to 25,000, anywhere between 10 and 25,000, it's gonna free most people from their 9 to 5. Even if you don't wanna leave it, psychologically, something changes when your job, where you're spending 50, 60 hours per week, when that becomes optional, oh, your confidence, like I said, goes somewhere else. Now, this stage is not only about getting the money you want, but this stage is also about freeing you even more. See, in the beginning stage, in stage number 2, when you are building that momentum, I mean, you're going to be involved a little bit more. But the freedom stage, this is when you're taking your best cleaners and you're turning them into managers. Let me tell you, it's such a great feeling when you're sitting at home and, after dinner, you're like, maybe you're going to take the dog out and you check your Slack channel and you're just getting, you're getting the heads up from your team that everything is going well, that the accounts have been checked, everything is clean, everything is looking right. And then you can go back in the house, maybe throw on your favorite TV show. If you're like me, throw on Suits or something like it, and just relax, knowing that the work is getting done. You have effectively built a cash machine that is working so you don't have to. Now, it's important you understand that this is not a stage that you race to. What I mean is, I don't want you to think in terms of time, because truly you can get there in 4 to 6 months. But what I'm saying is, you can't skip the first 2 steps. Do not skip step 1, because whatever step you skip, it's just gonna make it harder later. Like, the momentum stage is an important stage. It's a stage that you should go through, build up that confidence, because then it makes stage 3 all the sweeter. And it makes it much more seamless if you follow the steps before this one. Okay, stage number 4. If you're still watching, I mean, these are my entrepreneurs. If you're watching here, you're a bad A. Like, you know what I'm saying. I can talk to you here. This is a stage so few people will reach because, I mean, you gotta have vision for this stage. You have to have I want to build something real. I mean, some people like to call it an empire. For me, I call it the scale stage. This scale stage it comes after freedom. It's like I mentioned earlier, it's like, wait, why wouldn't this be freedom? Well, because you already have freedom in stage 3. Now we want to scale that freedom. Okay, because scaling is only going to give you more of what you already have. So if you have a business that you love, which you should if you've gone through the stages, stage 4 is about adding on to that. And let me tell you what that looks like. When I was building my second cleaning company up in Connecticut, I'm in a suburb, but there's no big city around me. So I'm kind of up against that wall, right? Where I'm doing over $35,000 and I'm still finding accounts, but it's getting a little bit more difficult because I got a lot of the large dealerships and the churches at that point, and I'm like, it feels like it's gonna take a long time for me to scale. So that's when I realized I kind of had to shift. I was still in stage 3 and I was thinking I could just scale stage 3, but in reality, what I had to do was I had to think differently. Okay. Stage 4 is that entrepreneurial mindset. That's where that needs to come in. And what I'm saying is, I had to expand my area a little bit. I had to start adding some services. Now, I'm saying had to, but in reality, that's not a good mindset. I wanted to. That was the clearest path to break $83,000 per month. So for us, I found a hub 1 hour away that was a bigger city. It was bigger than where I was. And so it felt a little intimidating to say, oh, now all of our accounts are 20 to 25 minutes away. Now I'm taking an account an hour away. I don't know anyone over there. I've never hired over there. But it was necessary. It was necessary for me. And so what happened was I have 2 hubs. I have one hub, 2 hubs, right? And then what we did was we started building through that corridor. So in case that's not clear, let me give you like a visual. Let's say there's hub A and hub B, and there's a highway to get there. I didn't have just two isolated hubs with no connection. I mean, that's how it was to start. But on the way to seven figures, I started getting meaningful accounts in Hub B, and then we started growing through the corridor, right? We started taking accounts all the way up into that hour mark. And that right there was the ticket. We also added some services. You don't have to, but I'm talking about some glass services, some extra floor services, some extra carpet services. That's about it. But again, this is optional. Why? Because you already have your freedom. But once you are here with your cleaning business, everything is on your terms at that point. You have effectively built the exact company that you wanted, and you don't have to offer extra services. You can, you don't have to. You don't have to grow your hub out there. Truth be told, a lot of people are very happy to forever stay in stage 3. You don't need to go to stage 4 unless the idea of building a cleaning empire is something you're into. If you're in stage 0 right now and you're like, this is amazing, but I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, you want my team's help, click the first link in the description, book a call with my team, let us show you how we can help you get there for a great fit. Then we'll help you by putting a rocket on your back and sending you to space. For everyone else, watch this video right here because I've been told it's an absolute banger. I'll see you over there. Peace out, Cub Scouts.